Hey friends! So, today, I'm going to be reading The Friendship Part 8 and Part 9. Alright, let's jump right in here. Chris, Sierra, Haley, Kane, Kiara, Connor, Steve, Ashlyn, Jalissa, and Brent were found in Saya, shaking and fearing for their lives. They were taken to the hospital. They were just fine. They were just scarred after all the things that happened over the years. But when they got home, they felt unsafe. So they got the idea to move to a different house. Luckily, they bought a house in Saya. So they started packing their stuff. Sierra, Kiara, Haley, Ashlyn, and Jalissa packed their stuff inside the apartment. Chris, Kane, Connor, Steve, and Brent were packing stuff up in the garage. About a month later, they were ready to move. So they packed their stuff in the car and drove from Cadiz to Saya to their new house. They all got their stuff in the new house and they felt safe. So they thought that this is the house that was going to be a nice house. Which it was. They started unpacking their stuff and putting them where they belonged. The boys spent the most of the first month of living in this new house in the garage. After the first month went by, the boys finally had all their stuff unpacked and put where they wanted them to be. Then they started spending more time in the house with the girls. They were watching TV one day when they heard some noises coming from the driveway. So Chris, Kane, Connor, Steve, and Brent went outside to investigate. They didn't find anything, so they went back inside. They continued watching TV. Later, they went to the bar for a few drinks. So they got home around 5:30 p.m. The girls slipped on some jeans and a nice t-shirt and their heels. The boys did the same, but only they wore cowboy boots. They didn't live far from the bar, so they could walk. So they needed some exercise and walked to the bar. Now, after Sierra became famous, she figured she would get recognized very easily, which she was right. The minute she walked into the bar, everyone that was in the bar wanted to meet her. She met all her fans, and they got to meet her, so everyone was happy. They spent a few hours in the bar, they drank, they ate food, and they sang karaoke. Sierra sang her favorite song called I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston. She did it like it was nothing because she has a great vocal range to do songs like that one. So everyone was impressed because most of her fans had never heard her sing this song before. So everyone in the bar was impressed by the time she finished the song. Her voice has a lot of power, and when the last part of the song came along, she blew it out very beautifully. Everyone was clapping and cheering, but the one person who was cheering and clapping the most, of course, was Chris. He loves hearing her sing. After she sang I Will Always Love You, she got Chris on stage to sing with him. They were going to sing one of her own songs called Angel in the Sky. Chris loves to sing with Sierra. She usually sings by herself, but sometimes she lets other people sing with her. This song is another powerful song, so Sierra had to sing most of the song because Chris doesn't have the most powerful voice. But on the parts he could sing, he did. Chris sang, but he can't do songs that Sierra can. Most people don't know about Sierra's personal life because whenever she goes on her show, she never talks about it. But people do know about Chris and Sierra. Fast forward to about 11:30 p.m., they went home. They got into their night outfits and watched a little TV until about midnight. Then they went to bed. Soon the next morning came along. Haley and Sierra were the only ones up at about 8:30 a.m. They were making breakfast, but they were also listening to a scary podcast on Spotify. But suddenly their podcast was shut off. How did it just shut off? Haley asked. I have no clue, Sierra responded. Neither of them were standing near their phone. so neither of them could have turned off the podcast. So Sierra grabbed her phone and turned the podcast back on. Suddenly, Chris and Kane came out into the living room. "Hey, did either one of you turn off our podcast a little bit ago?" Haley asked. "No, we were asleep," Kane and Chris answered. Well, okay," Sierra said. Kane and Chris sat in the living room to watch TV, but the TV would not turn on. "Hey, why won't the TV turn on?" Chris asked. "We don't know," Sierra responded. Something fishy is going on around here," Kane said. "Yeah," they all said. Soon, Ashlyn, Jalissa, and Kiara woke up. They got a drink and sat in the living room. As soon as the girls sat down, the TV turned on unexpectedly. It made Ashlyn, Jalissa, Kiara, Kane, and Chris jump back in fear. They were happy that the TV would finally turn on, but at the same time, they were startled that it turned on so suddenly. Haley and Sierra were in the kitchen, so when the TV turned on, it didn't startle them as much. Soon, Steve and Brent woke up. By that time, breakfast was ready, so they all gathered at the kitchen table to eat. After they ate, they got ready. They went to the park. They were going to spend time together. But when they were getting in the bus, they felt like they were being watched. But they got over that feeling and drove to the park. When they got to the park, they were never seen again. The end. Okay, that is the end of the friendship part 8, and now I'm going to read you part 9. Okay, one day, Chris, Sierra, Kiara, Connor, Haley, Kane, Ashlyn, Steve, Jalissa, and Brent were found in the bus, starved and beaten. They were taken to the hospital and given food and being treated for their wounds. After about 3 weeks, they were sent home. When they got home, they felt much better. All Sierra's fans were worried about her and the rest of the gang. She made a video talking about what happened. When that video was posted, it got millions of views within just a few hours. All the comments on that video were all love and support. She then made another video thanking everyone for the support and love. She even included the rest of the gang, which all of her fans loved. They were all thanking everyone for the support. After that video was posted, it got millions of views within 45 minutes. Then they sat in the living room and watched TV. Soon, fast forward to that night, they got ready for bed. The next day, they had a concert to do, so they needed a lot of sleep. So when they went to bed around 10 p.m., fast forward in the next morning, they decided to go out for breakfast. They went to the local family-owned restaurant. They did a vlog that day. They were going to vlog the breakfast and the rest of the day leading up to the concert. Once the concert was coming closer and closer, the vlog started to end. After they finished the vlog, they went to Canton, Ohio for the concert. When they got to Canton, they were excited. All of their fans were excited. When Sierra ran out on stage, the crowd went wild. Sierra started the show off with one of her favorite songs called Train Train by Blackfoot. She loves Southern rock. She always loves to start shows off with this song whenever she can. And most of her fans love it when she sings rock music. So she always starts her shows off with this song whenever she can. And her fans love it. Then she sang her songs. Soon, she sang her favorite song, which is Best of Intentions by Travis Tritt. She got Chris out on stage, and they sang together. After they sang this song, Chris pulled out something that no one was expecting. He proposed to Sierra. All of the crowd was in shock. So was Sierra. She said yes, and Chris was so happy. He hugged and kissed Sierra in front of 5,000 people. Everyone was clapping and cheering. Jalissa, Brent, Ashlyn, Steve, Haley, Kane, Connor, and Kiara walked out on stage to hug them. They were all happy. Everyone got the moment on camera or on video, so it was going to go viral. They continued the show. Chris and Sierra did another song together. It was called All My Life With You. It was a song that Sierra wrote. Everyone was still thinking about the proposal. Fast forward after the concert, they were packing up the stuff. Then they jumped in the bus and drove back home. When they got back home, they got ready for bed. This was around midnight. They got into their night outfits and went to bed. The next morning, Ashlyn, Jalissa, Kiara, Haley, and Sierra woke up early to plan the wedding. They were planning the outfits, where the wedding was going to be held, everything. The boys were going to sleep in, so they had plenty of time to plan out everything. After about an hour, they went to the local dress shop to get their dresses. They got Sierra's dress first. She had a sleek black wedding dress that was beautiful. Then the bridesmaids got their dresses ready. The bridesmaids' dresses were white with black streaks. After they got the dresses home, they hid them in the back closet. Then they went to the local event center and planned out the wedding there. But before they left a note for the boys to find if they woke up while they were gone. They jumped in the bus and drove about a mile out of town to the event center. It took about 35 minutes to get the whole wedding planned. The boys woke up about 15 minutes after they left. They found the note and read it. They sat in the living room and watched TV. Soon they saw the bus pull back into the driveway. The boys ran outside, worried about the girls. They hate when the girls go anywhere without them. They feel more safe knowing the girls are close to them. They came back in the house and watched TV with the boys. While watching TV, they kept hearing noises. But they didn't take note of it at first. But then the noises kept getting louder. So the boys went outside to investigate. They didn't find anything, so they came back inside. The next day was the wedding. The boys had to go to the outfit store to get their outfits. So that's what they did. They told the girls to not investigate anything and do not answer the door for anyone. So the girls did as the boys said. They got their tuxedos and came back to the house. They put their suits in the same closet where the girls put their dresses. Fast forward to the next day, they got ready for the wedding. The girls were up before the boys so they could get ready. They got ready in the studio where they film regular videos. They were doing a vlog that day. They were going to show everyone their outfits, then the actual wedding. The wedding was going to be a traditional church wedding with limited guests. They were only going to have friends at the wedding. The boys got ready after the girls. The girls were in the living room waiting for the boys to finish getting ready. Then they went to the event center where the wedding was going to be held. All their friends were already there. Her mother died 5 years ago. Diana, Jessica, and Tori were in tears the whole time. Her little brother Bryce was crying. Her other brother Jameson was just a baby. And the rest of their friends were so happy for Chris and Sierra. Haley, Kiara, Ashlyn, and Jalissa were the bridesmaids. Steve, Brent, Connor, and Kane were the best men. They had Tori hold the vlog camera the whole time. They were making 3 separate videos for the whole day. They have them getting ready, the actual wedding, and the reception videos. After the whole thing was over, they all went back to the house. Sierra edited and uploaded all 3 videos to YouTube later that night. Sierra stayed up until 2 a.m. finishing the videos. Then she went to bed. The end. Okay, folks. That was the friendship part 8 and part 9. So, if you want to rate those 2 stories on a scale on 1 to 10, you can. I love hearing your guys' feedback on my stories and my songs, of course. But anyways, I'm going to get out of here. Please subscribe, like, turn on your little notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I post a new video. And bye, friends.